Hello, Girl Scout families. This is a quick video to teach you a little bit more about Ultracamp and help you with some common questions that we get about how to navigate that system and get registered for events. So first of all, when we advertise events, we try to provide you a direct link to Ultracamp, not just to Ultracamp itself, but directly to that event that we're advertising. But you can get to Ultracamp anytime by going out to our website, kansasgirlscouts.org, going to the Events tab, and then Event Registration. And the link to Ultracamp is right there in that first paragraph. You can bookmark that on your computer or navigate back to the website in order to find the link each time. Unfortunately, you can't just go to ultracamp.com. You do need these extra bits of the email address or the web address in order to get to our specific landing page. From here, if you're a first-time user, you should have received an email when we set up your account, but if you didn't, or if it's been a while since that might have come through, or maybe it landed in junk and you never saw it, we do set these up with the email that you provide for Girl Scouts. So whatever email address that you're getting other things from us, you can click Forgot Your Login Information and reset that password to get in. If you're having trouble getting access to your account, you can always call us and we can get that set up for you. Our phone numbers are conveniently right there on the page, so you can give us a call. So I'm going to go ahead and get logged in, and that takes us into our family account. So in the family account page, you can see the primary contact information. If I click on that, it actually shows me some information about myself, about my email address, phone number, mailing address. Those are important to be updated and correct for a lot of our different programs. So you can click into primary contact and update that information if needed. It also shows me who my account members are. So here we see my sons and my daughter. If you're registering for a family event where siblings or maybe another parent or grandparent are going to be attending, you would need to add a person prior to going into reservations to make sure that everybody is listed in your account before starting the reservation. Troop leaders, this is not a good place for you to add all of your troop members. We'll talk about troop specifics in a little bit. So one other important thing to look at on the account page is our account balance. You can see that my account balance right now is 0, but in the past, shortly after the cookie sale, Lexi's had a negative balance listed here. A negative account balance right here means that you have cookie credits available to use. A positive number here might be if you registered for camp using a deposit option, but have a balance to pay before the camp session begins, you would see that account balance listed there as a positive number showing that you owe money to finish out that reservation. When we go to register, there are a lot of different ways that we can get to that. All good software programs have multiple ways to get to the same information. So I can either start registering for an event for Lexi by clicking on register next to her name. I could go to my reservations and see any current reservations that she has, or I could look at past reservations that she's been to, and I can explore sessions and start a new reservation. Both of these really take you to pretty much the same page to get registered. I could have also, from that screen, clicked on reservations here. Takes me to the same place. Or in the menu, click on reservations, and again, takes me to the same place. All of those ultimately get us into the registration, the list of events. It's asking who I'm making a registration for. There is another opportunity at this point to add an additional person if you're doing that family event where you needed to get them added, but it is easier if you remember to do that at the beginning before you start the reservation process. All right, here we are. We have the list of all available camps. Ignore those first ones at the top as we're testing some summer camp functionality to make sure we have the smoothest summer camp registration process. And then we have our real events. We have some training that she's eligible for. We have a ball. So obviously this is going to vary depending on the type of year. They're usually broken up by the city where they take place and whether they are council sponsored, partner sponsored, service unit sponsored events, or training. This list will only show you the things that your Girl Scout is eligible for. So whoever you had selected in that make a reservation. So if you as a troop leader selected yourself, it's going to show the training you're eligible for. If it's a younger girl, those trainings aren't going to show up because they're not going to be eligible to take them as a younger girl. It does also limit if it's closed, like if registration has ended, it won't show up in this list. And if it's full, if we have reached our maximum, it won't show up in this list. So if you're looking for an event and you can't find it, and you're sure that registration should still be open, you can call us at the council office and we can take a look at that, whether it is full, if the max can be extended, or etc. One great trick I like to use here is a control find feature on my computer, because often this list gets super long and I know exactly what I'm looking for and I don't want to scroll through it. So if I do Control F, that's Control F like Frank, it pops up a little window for me and I can start typing in the program that I'm looking for. So if I wanted to register Lexi for the cookie countdown, I can type in that search feature and here we are in the long list. I finally found it. It does show you the dates, the grades that are eligible, the cost. I can click info to learn more about the event. Here's our description, some of the specific times. Let's see here, we've got the availability and the registration end date. Maybe I'm not quite ready to register, but I want to know what my deadline is to get that done. And if you've clicked into info, you can click register right there from that screen. If you didn't click in for more info, you can click the check marks back next to the event to continue to the next step. Notice that when I hit that check mark, it gave me an orange register button at the top. This is kind of a nice feature because I can now register for multiple things in the same step. Maybe she's also going to attend the Gathering Girl Scout Proud and the Gathering for World Thinking Day. Oh, and let's go to koalas and cookies too. Once you have everything checkmarked of the things that you want to register for, click register. It confirms which attendees, and so it is only listing attendees that are eligible for the sessions that have been selected. So I could add, maybe I'm going to attend this with her, or maybe it's just her. So you can add the attendees here. And click next. Gives you a confirmation page, much like any online shopping experience. So here's our cart, so we can confirm if we're looking at, we're like, oh no, this session I didn't mean to register for that. Just real easy there to delete it out of the cart. If I'm missing something, I can then add an additional reservation as well, right here from the cart screen. When I'm done, click on Proceed to Payment. Sometimes we'll have custom questions that'll appear between those two screens. So maybe we're asking about food allergies, we're asking about any other health or behavior concerns that we need to be aware of. Maybe we're asking for a t-shirt size, or we have some extra upcharged items that you can select as an additional feature for your camp. Those questions would all appear in that section. When you get to the payment screen, if you have cookie credits, it automatically pulls from cookie credits first. It won't even present you with a credit card information page if you have cookie credits available. So if for the rare situation where you wanted to pay directly instead of using cookie credits, you'll need to call us at the office and do that over the phone, or register through your troop. So payment screen, pretty typical online experience. I'm going to pay in full because that's the only option I have for this. In summer camp, you may have an option here to pay just the deposit and pay the rest of the balance later. My payment method's already saved in here, but if you didn't have one yet, it would be asking for your credit card information. It can accept checks and credit cards both, or if that's the wrong credit card, you can change it and work through that step. And when you're done, submit the payment. Not actually going to submit and charge my card right now. The next screen is just a confirmation screen with the receipt. We email you a copy of that receipt as well. Often the email copy of the receipt that you receive has additional information about the program. If it's a virtual program, it'll contain your Zoom links. It might have some information about the health form that needs to be completed, or the adventure course form if it's a zipline event. So check those those confirmation emails for additional details after you've registered. And then, of course, the program team likes to send out confirmation emails closer to the date as well with all of those details. If you have any trouble registering, please give us a call at the office. Our customer care team and program team are happy to help you through this process and either register over the phone or work out the kinks for you so you can register for things for yourself in the future. Troop leaders, we're going to be recording another session that tells you a little bit more about your troop account, because you as a troop leader have both a personal family account and a troop account where you can register multiple members of your troop for an event all at the same time. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful for you, and we look forward to seeing you and your daughter at future events.